Making sure you have a even balance of working out and your personal time is huge. You can't really be lopsided in one direction. Otherwise, you're going to wind up falling off. You got to make sure that you're surrounding yourself with people that are like-minded like yourself. That'll help you out big time and kind of balancing out, making sure that we're staying on our nutrition. If you surround yourself with like-minded people about nutrition, chances are you're going to be pretty balanced of what you guys are doing when you're going out to eat. You guys are all eating like-minded, as well as being in the gym. We don't want to just fall into a routine. You gotta have a balance. Routine will be the enemy in the gym, kind of like any Globo gym you go into. It's a lot of people are doing the same stuff over and over again, but making sure you have a routine where you're switching it up, constantly varied, is definitely going to deliver a little bit more results for yourself, where you're able to see a lot more fitness going on there or a lot better results.
It goes back to the basic, the pyramid of hierarchy, kind of like a nice little pyramid. Obviously the base being nutrition, being a great thing. That sets up everything, because if we can fix that, we usually fix 90% of our problems. After that, it's metabolic conditioning. Okay, if I already have a great amount of metabolic conditioning, then I can move up to the next step, gymnastics, moving myself through space efficiently and effectively, and then from there, weightlifting, now taking an outside object, moving myself around that outside object by being able to move it efficiently as well, and then from there, it's just working on the sport aspect of it, whether it is CrossFit as your sport or whether you actually play a physical sport like soccer, basketball, baseball, then you work on those specific things pertaining to that thing. And I think we just need to keep going up and down, kind of like that ladder, and just refining certain things, because we're never going to be perfect at most things. We usually have to kind of like work at it for years upon years. In terms of like the actual skill-based stuff, especially when it gets more technical, that's when you have to start kind of refining little things. All right, maybe if I keep my feet together during a pull-up, I'll be able to generate a little bit more power as I pop up. Things like that, and just perfect it. We're searching for perfection. Will we get there? Probably not, but we can try to get as close as we can to it, and that's kind of the idea that I like, kind of finding balance and just not gravitating towards the things that we like, because everyone loves like the sexy stuff, like muscle ups and stuff like that, but then we take things for granted, like the pull-up. It's like, yeah, I can do like 10 muscle ups in a row, cool, but then if I ask you to do some chest to bar pull-ups, all of a sudden they just get blown out of the water within a couple rounds. You need to be efficient across the board, and it's just remembering that we all have stuff to work on. We have goats, things we're bad at, we need to kind of address, especially if you want to be a better athlete in the sport that is known as CrossFit.
So for our newer athletes, like you said, people get stuck like wanting the muscle ups and stuff like that. What do you think newer people get stuck if they're unbalanced, if they're not having a balanced training? What do you think is the most common problem?
Usually most people find it's moving themselves. That's usually the issue.
Yeah.
It's that gymnastics piece, because once they kind of get a motor and kind of like, all right, now I've got a routine, all right, I feel good during workouts, I don't have to like stop and rest like 10-15 minutes and have to sit down and chew on some applesauce like we have in the bottom drawer. Like once I've gotten past that stage, all right, cool, I'm good, now I need to learn how to move myself. When we're kids, we can hold the bottom of a squat forever, or at least it looks like it sometimes. Yeah. So it's kind of like regaining, it's there, it's always been there, and I think mobility, and I think our flexibility and our ability to hold positions, it's always been there. It's a very perishable trait though. If we don't practice it, it goes away very quickly. Just as quickly as you can kind of gain those things back, whether it be like holding an arch position, holding the bottom of a squat, you can gain those back fairly quickly, but then if you don't practice it for a long time, what happens? It disappears. It goes away just as quickly as it came. So I think the biggest issue we run into is that they can't move themselves properly and efficiently. So that would always be the first step, and that would be the major thing that I would want to attack for most of our members to get better at.
Another thing you need to make sure you're balancing is making sure you're enjoying yourself. I'm big on telling a lot of my athletes that you should go out and enjoy that beer on the weekend, or you should go out and enjoy that steak dinner on the weekend. But just know that it's in moderation, and that you have to work to get yourself to that point. So you come in, you start a program, you're looking to lose 20 pounds. It's not, go out and enjoy yourself and have a beer on the weekend and enjoy the steak dinner when you just hop into it. It's that balance of, okay, maybe when I hit a certain goal, I'll go enjoy myself, right? And knowing that we have that and that well balanced is going to keep you better on track, rather than going one direction where you're flying high And then all of a sudden you realize that it's not a lifestyle change, there's no balance there, and then you're just falling down that slippery slope again. So finding that well balance between fitness and nutrition and personal life is really going to help get you to be successful.